to my channel, and if you're new, hey, what's up? My name is Tanya, and thank you all so much for joining in and watching this video. As usual, there will be timestamps listed down below so you can navigate this video, and if you like what you see, smash that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and thumbs this video up. You don't want to miss out on all the content that I post. I do try to post 7 times a week, sometimes multiple times a day, and you want to be a part of the Fawn squad, the Fawn family. We have such an awesome community here, and you just don't want to miss out on all the fun, so just hit that subscribe button and just welcome. Now this video shout out goes to Big Girl Beautiful. Oh my goodness, I swear I have given you a shout out. I don't know if you missed it or if I haven't actually published the video yet, because I do have a few that are lingering that have not been published yet, but you are an absolute doll. Like, you are such a rock star on this channel. I love you so much. Kurt and I have spoken about you. You are such a champ. You comment on like every single video. You're always cheering me on. You are such a supporter. You are just such an incredible woman. I wish I could give you the biggest bear hug ever. Just imagine that I am like squeezing you with everything that I have, that my puppies are giving you hugs and kisses, because you really are like a household name, because you are just so sweet in your comments. You're so genuine. You're so like thoughtful, and you just take so much time to like watch my videos. You take so much time to comment. There's so many of you. Janet, who has become Grandma Fawn, Kelly, you know, Christy. There's just so many girls now that, you know, I know Lily's in and out, Nikki's in and out, Sadi, Shabby Bex. I mean, there's so many girls that are so incredible. Oh my gosh, I mean, I could go on and on. I'm trying to think, like Shelby, Christina and Rebecca. It's so like, you know, because there's so many girls that are just amazing on this channel. T. Grayson is another girl that just, you bring it. Mimi, like, I don't know what I would do without all of you. You guys are all incredible, and I don't mean to leave any names out. This is just what's like coming to me as I'm sitting here, and there are so many other names. Kim, like, I swear, and nobody gets overlooked. You guys are all amazing. Marcella, I think it is. Oh my gosh. Yeah, Marcella is another girl who's amazing. Elena, of course. Karina, of course. Kobe, Maureen and Dylan Donnelly. Homa, that's the one that I couldn't remember, because that you are so active, but like that one I'll never be able to remember. Desi, you are amazing. Like, Gracie V, you know, I got you, Gracie. Gina, oh my gosh, Gina, you have such a special place in my heart too. Like, it could go on and on and on with the love I have for all of you. Like, you guys, Nicoletta from Greece, like, there's just Blair, you are so sweet all the time. English Prof Style, I love you. Jennifer Sniffin, Heather Hernandez, like, I swear, Mama Shauna, there are so many of you guys. Makeup Livin' Royal, I know these names. Like, you guys are constant. You are so awesome. So, Big Girl Beautiful, I love you so much, and I just want you to know that, along with all the other names I just rhymed off and so many others. I promise you, I know all of your names. Nobody, like, I have this memory and it just sticks, even though I can't pronounce names and I suck with that. I have a very photographic memory, and when you guys are just rock stars and you comment, it stays with me. I promise you that. So I want to just reassure all of you that nobody goes unnoticed, no comment goes unnoticed. And if you guys are ever wondering, and like I can't always respond. I lead a very, very busy life and I try my hardest, but I love all of you so much and I appreciate you guys so, so much. So speaking of that, I wasn't going to purchase this palette, but so many of you guys I had seen in the comments were asking if I was going to, so I did end up buying it. I purchased mine from Ulta, and the reason why I wasn't going to is because I actually have the original Lime Crime Venus and the blue one. I can't remember what it is, but I have the original smaller ones, and I still haven't even opened them yet. So I wasn't gonna buy the XL because I still haven't even tested out the original. And then I saw so many comments coming through and I was like, okay, you know, a lot of people want to see it. They want to know my thoughts. So I picked it up for you guys. So this is just an example of me not having a chance to respond to you, but I saw the comments coming in. So I went and I bought it so I could review it for you. So I do want to let you know that even though I wasn't able to respond, I saw how much you guys wanted me to review this palette. So I did buy it for you guys to review. And I'll probably just include the next one as part of a giveaway because there's no need in having that one. It's still sealed. I haven't even opened it because it's in a haul, one of my mini haul boxes still. So this baby, now that I've been talking for almost 7 minutes, she is beautiful. First of all, like this gold metallic is just stunning. This is very, very sturdy packaging. You would not have to worry about it breaking. And the reason why I mentioned I bought it from Ulta is, you know, Ulta does not package things very well at all. And this did not come broken. They actually took extra care with it, and this was bubble wrapped, which I could not believe. So Ulta is starting to step up their game as far as packaging high-end things anyway. So this came, she's so beautiful. Look at that gold too. You have to love berry tones though, because this is essentially nothing but berries, corals, deep berry tones. You know, it is a very pink palette in its like color scheme. You have a couple different brown tones for transition shades, but overall it is a very berry, I did not mean for that to be but it's a very berry color schemed palette, and I love berry tones. I love color, and this just, it did it for me. I love it that I use nothing but this to create my eye look, with the exception of the glitter, obviously, for the cut crease. But all the shadows are nothing but this palette, and I am obsessed with this eye look. I could recreate this day in and day out and be so happy with this like glamified coral berry pink golden eye. Like, it is just beautiful. A few of the shades are extremely dry, like Passion, Aphrodite, Botticelli, one other one, I think it was Triumph, but I used 3 of the shades that were like super dry, because I've had that in the past where some shadows were so dry to the touch, like almost like sandpaper, like as if the shadow had just dried out and you were left with like sand essentially. But with a brush, it just performed so well. And that's the case with these, because Lime Crime is vegan and cruelty-free. So they can't even put carmine in their shades. So there's nothing that they can do for pigmentation with like some of these shades that are very deep in tone, to have that pigmentation and keep it creamy at the same time. And the pigment is there, but the creaminess is not. But I don't mind as long as it performs well, and it performs well. And what's also so great is that these are very, very buildable. You can actually have the lightest wash of color, or you can build up the intensity like I did and just go there. And I love that, because at first I was dipping my brush in, tapping it off and building it up. And I was like, you know what? Like I'm not going for a light wash of color. Like, who are we kidding here? You know, I'm gonna go there. So I just stopped tapping my brush off, and I just worked every shade after the second shade, I believe it was, without tapping my brush off. And I had next to no fallout. There was some fallout, but next to no fallout. And without tapping my brush off, I had so much color payoff, and it was just so beautiful and delicious and giving me such like Caribbean cruise vibes. And sorry, my allergies. I know I feel like I'm so whiny in every video right now, but I'm sniffling, and I know that that's irritating, and I'm sorry. It's like either I don't film for like the next couple of months, or this is the situation. So like this coral shade, Flora, is one of the best coral shades I have ever used. It is amazing. I am obsessed with that coral shade. Passion is to die for. It is amazing. Inspire is so delicious. Like these shades, I put Botticelli on my lower lash line, and that was so stunning. Triumph, spot on. Like, just, oh my gosh, when you see my swatches, you are gonna die. And the couple of shades that are not dry are so creamy, and everything is so pigmented. It's just, it's beautiful. It really is beautiful. So the only thing that's negative is that 4 out of, what was it, 18 shades are dry to the touch, but they perform extremely well. So it doesn't really matter that they're dry, because with a brush, they're magical. So unless you have a palette already that is very similar to this in tones, then I can't see a reason to not pick this baby up, because it even covers the vegan and the cruelty-free aspect. Except if you don't like shades that can stain you, Passion stains a little bit. Like I still have a slight, but barely there, stain from swatching it, but I think with it being on my eye for so long, there will be a stain left over from Passion, but things like that don't bother me. If it bothers you, just beware that some of the more pink tones in the palette did leave a stain behind on my fingers when I was done cleaning after swatching, which means there will be a stain left on my eyes. That's just how it generally is when there's a stain on my finger. But that's the case with like any kinds of pinks generally. I haven't really experienced swatching pinks and not having a stain left behind from pink shades, especially when they're vegan. They just stain. So that's something I guess to keep in the back of your minds. If that bothers you, you might not want this palette. But I think it was only Passion that really stained, and then Triumph left a minor stain. So still, out of 18 shades, it was like 1 shade was bad, a second shade was a little bit. But Passion is, to me, it's so worth it. Like for me, that color is so vibrant, and it's so hard to get such a vibrant pink. It's so hard to get such a neon, vibrant coral. Like, and this palette just brings it. This is so spring, summertime, cruise, Caribbean, holiday. This is just, it's gorgeous, and it has a nice size mirror, and it's so travel friendly. Like you just wouldn't have to worry about it. So I love this, and I know that people are going to say Lancome is a controversial brand, and if you're worried about buying from Lancome directly, buy from Ulta. That's all I'm going to say. I can't speak on behalf of the controversy that happened 3 years ago with the credit card situation and that kind of stuff. I don't know. I don't know anything about it. I wasn't a YouTuber then. I wasn't buying palettes then. I've only been in the business for a year and a half. I've only been watching videos for a year and a half. I never owned a palette up until a year and a half ago, so I really can't speak for anything pre a year and a half ago. All I know is I've ordered from Lancome plenty of times over the last year and a half. I have never had an issue, and I ordered mine from Ulta solely because now I can get my Ulta points. There's no reason, like if they didn't have it at Ulta, I still would have ordered it from Lancome. You know, I really have not had issues. There was one time I had a palette that appeared to have been swatched ahead of time, but I've had that happen with a few companies. So that wasn't like a Lancome thing. I've had that issue a couple of different companies. So it's up to you guys. I've never had anything horrifically wrong, but it is at Ulta anyway. And the palette to me is completely beautiful as long as you're into that color scheme. I cannot see you being disappointed in this. And I popped on this lippy after I was done filming. So that combo is Ofra's liquid lipstick in the color Spell mixed with Guerlain gloss in 467. There's no shade name, just a number, 467. So that's the combo that I have on my lips right now. So if you guys want to see swatches of this delicious, beautiful baby, if you want to see how to get this eye look, if you want to see everything in action, then just keep on watching. Alright, here is Lancome's new Venus XL eyeshadow palette, and so many of you guys were asking me if I was going to review this, so I did decide to pick it up because of you guys, and it arrived 2 days ago, but I didn't have a chance to actually sit down and film with it yet, so I put this ahead of the new Too Faced. That whole festival collection is still sitting here, and then I still do have the new Juvia's Festival palette that's been sitting here for like over 2 weeks now, and a whole lot of other palettes, but I know you guys are like really dying to see this baby in action, so I actually still have the original small version of this that I have not opened, and then the other one that I don't know what it's called off the top of my head, but they came out with like the blue and then the pink minis, and I have those, but they're in like a haul box still. Yes. Alright, so let's get into this one. This looks beautiful. Lancome is a cruelty-free and vegan certified company. Ooh, she's fancy pants. Look at that gold. This is like really hardcore packaging too. I appreciate that. But here's a nice little close-up. And then the back just has the ingredients. So, this is really pretty. Oh, just, okay. Nice size mirror. You can almost see your whole face in that, but wow. I am not going to know what to do. There are transition shades for days. I was like instantly brought into that metallic, like right away. Oh my gosh, and I so love the gold metallic. That peachy tone, these berries, wow. So you get 18 shades. It looks like there's a variety of matte, some sparkle shades, and metallics. I did get mine from Ulta. I can't remember if I mentioned that or not, but I did buy mine from Ulta. So this says made in the USA, and you get 18 1.67 gram pans, and it is a net weight of 30.06 grams, or you get 18.059 ounces, or a net weight of 1.062 ounces. All right, so there's not really much more to say. I just need to get to swatching and then we will go from there. But damn, she is a beauty on her face. So far, I am really happy that so many of you wanted me to review this because I wasn't really going to pick it up since I have so many other palettes that are just sitting here, but I'm excited. All right, so I'm going to swatch and I will be right back. All right, the majority of these shades are really creamy and they are all super pigmented. And the metallics are just like butter. I don't even know how to hold this because it's so reflective. But there are a couple shades that are dry AF. Like, I mean sand dry. Now, that doesn't mean that they aren't going to perform extremely well, blend extremely well. I have had that where shades just felt like sandpaper. They were so dried out because of the pigmentation and then being vegan and cruelty-free, not being able to put in certain ingredients like carmine. So sticking with that and keeping up with pigmentation, you can have shades that are really, really dry, but do perform very well with a brush. So I'm not too concerned about that, but I do want to point it out to you guys. Passion was extremely dry. Aphrodite, Botticelli, and one other one was really dry. There were 4 that were like sandpaper. I can't remember which other one. It doesn't really matter, I guess. I mean, but those 3 and then one other one. It's not like you can buy these shades individually anyway, but just something to be mindful of, and a couple of them do stain your fingers. Like, I cannot get Passion off my fingers, so your lid will be stained from that too. Things like that do not bother me, but it could bother some people, so just keep that in mind as well. So some are dry and some are definitely going to stain your lids. But look at this color scheme and the array of beautiful colors. Like, this has me drooling. It is so, so beautiful. So I am not mad at it. And that was one of the dry shades. And there's so much pigment. Like, it is just unbelievable. And that's one of the ones that's very staining and still has a stain on my finger. And again, this shade was dry, this shade was dry, and this shade was dry. So, but they're very pigmented, so we'll just see how they play when we start blending. So first row, we have Eden. I'm obsessed with everything in here, so I'm just, you know, I'm obsessed. Eden, Love, Passion, Fresca. The sparkles probably will disappear on here, but I don't know for sure. Inspire. I'm like, this is just the most perfect metallic pink I think I've ever come across. I'm dying. And then Idolized. That's the first row. Second row, we have Aphrodite, New Classic, Burnt Gold, Flora. That's such a perfect coral. Oh my gosh. Scallop and Celestial. Again, I think the sparkles will definitely disappear for this one for sure. I don't know about the first one. I think they both will disappear though. Then the last row we have Ethereal, Triumph, so pretty, Supreme, Blank Canvas, Botticelli, and Goddess. And that pink, oh my goodness, it's so gorgeous. This, you guys, there are looks for weeks on end with this palette. It is so freaking beautiful. So I'm going to go prep and prime my eyes and I will be right back. Alright, I'm going to take this Sugar Pill large eyeshadow shader brush and dip into black canvas and just set that all over my lid. I've already primed and like half set it, but I want to put this down to really cancel out veins and everything else. Now taking my Carity E31, I'm going to dip into Scallop and start building the crease and above. Alright, so far that was very buildable and it's not patchy, very smooth, and I'm really happy with how it's performing. Now taking this Tarte fluffier brush, I don't want to do too much of a condensed color of Flora, but I really do want to pop in some of that coral. So that one's a little bit more powdery. Just keep that in mind. Maybe I do want more coral. That is really pretty. When she says she's just gonna do a little bit of coral. And that happens. Now taking my Moda Pro crease brush, I'm going to go into Passion. Now this was one of the very dry shades, so now we'll be able to see how it performs. I am finding that there's no need to kick off the shadows. You get way more payoff by not tapping off your brush. So I tried it the first couple shades tapping off the brush, but you're just getting... It takes way longer to get the color intensity unless you do want a light flush of color. So this is a very versatile palette, which is great in that sense, but I like the impact, so I'm finding it's easier to just not tap off my brush. These are performing so well together. They are just meshing. There is next to no fallout considering how much shadow I'm picking up and not tapping off. It's really incredible. And these are so pretty and so pigmented, and the ease of blendability is unbelievable. And this was like one of the driest shades. I couldn't believe it. And look how beautiful that color is. And now I want it to be springtime, and I'm feeling like the Caribbean, and I want to be on a cruise, and it's snowing outside. Yep. Now going back with the Tarte Fluffy brush, I'm going to go back into Flora, our coral color, and I'm just going to ever so slightly take it on the top. Now I'm going to deepen up the crease ever so slightly with Triumph using my Marc Jacobs The Crease brush. Now I'm going to do a cut crease because I really want the metallics to pop, and there's so much darkness on the lid, so we're going to clean all that mess up. So taking my MAC Pro Longwear Concealer, I'm going to put a pump on the back of my hand. And then taking my Sigma Cut Crease E62 brush, I'm going to first unstiffen it. Then I'm going to put the product on both sides. That way it's easy to just flip the brush back and forth, and then I'm going to start at the base, working my way upward. Now taking my MAC 242, I'm going to dip into Ethereal, and that's going to be our halo. Then flipping the brush over, we're going to go into Inspire. Now dipping back into Ethereal, I'm now going to Milani her up and re-intensify the shades. I'm going to do that with both shades. Now taking some Too Faced Glitter Pop Peel Off Liner in the Lucky Bitch. finished. We're gonna pop some of this in the crease and maybe make it a double wing liner after I put my liquid liner on. We shall see. But for now, crease for sure. Oh, and I ended up messing up on this eye. I jumped while I was doing my cut crease, and so I had to wing it out over here in case you're wondering what happens. Alright, so I finished up my face, and as usual, everything I used will be listed down below, but I did put a lot of things to the test today, and so I am going to go over a few things. So starting with foundation, I tested out the new LA Girl Pro Matte HD High Definition Longwear Matte Foundation, and I think that this is horrible. I did a mini video on it, so I won't spend too much time here, but the only way I can see this working is if you have oily skin, and that is a maybe. Otherwise, it emphasizes everything. It grabs onto every last skin cell, and that's with exfoliating, with having extremely nourished skin, super hydrated skin, all the right primers in the world, and this was awful. And it oxidized and got really orange on my neck after I was like done setting my face. I was so orange on my neck. I had to go over it with another foundation, and it was like this white on me, and it turned orange and blotchy. So even if you have oily skin, the color was terrible. So I just flat out, And then I tested out the new Becca Hydra-Mist Set and Refresh Powder. This is amazing. It does not grab at the foundation. It doesn't break it apart. It doesn't leave any kind of funky white cast. It is actually cooling and feels like you're putting water on your skin. It is the freakiest thing ever. Again, I dedicated mini videos to all of these things because they're new products. That way you guys, if you don't see this video, you're gonna be able to see each thing in action. So this was amazing. I also put to the test the new Alanized Laura Geller collab. I actually still have the lippy on my lip, and this is the highlight that I am wearing right now, and it is beautiful right down to the packaging. It even has a little mirror in it. So this I got from Ulta, and this is a really great kit. I love this a lot. So he did a great job on that collab. And then Lottie London sent me the new stamp liner, and it comes with like a pre-done stamp wing, and then the other side is to color it in, and this thing is so bomb. I am obsessed with it. So I used it for my wing liner today, and the first stamp was rough, but the second stamp was spot on. So this would just take like the smallest learning curve, and after one stamp, like right away you know how to position it, that you need to like push from one part and then like keep stamping upward, and this is amazing. I think that I honestly will probably drop the MAC Roller Wheel Tom Ford Duo and switch to the Lottie London, because that duo is like $21 for the MAC, and the Tom Ford eye defining pen is $52 or $58, something like that, and this is $7.50. It's a no-brainer. So this is amazing. I put that to the test in a mini video. And then what is not in a mini video, but what I do have on that I don't want to forget to tell you guys, is my blush combo. I used the Natasha Denona Blush Duo Palette number 8. I used both shades. One is basically a very nudie peach, and the other one is an illuminating peach, but then it wasn't peachy enough, so I grabbed my Flower Beauty Flower Pot powder blush in Peach Primrose to bring a little bit more peachiness to my face as well. So aside from that, everything else will be listed down below. So now I can zoom you guys in and we can get going on finishing up this lower lash line. Starting with my Wayne Goss number 20 brush, I'm going to dip into Scallop and smoke that beneath the lower lash line. Taking my MAC 212, I'm going to go into Botticelli, which is one of the other really dry shades, or one of the dry shades, but we haven't tried this one out yet. We've tried two of the dry shades and they've worked great, so let's try this one out. It's such a pretty color. I think I'm not going to bring it all the way in today. I don't know. I usually... Now I'm going to take my Luxie 111 brush and go into Flora and blend it all together. Now taking the glitter, thanks so much for watching this video. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this eye look that I came up with because I really love this. I think it's so pretty and just ready for springtime. Like, I just want the snow to go away. I want the flowers to start blooming. I just want to see flowers and pretty things, and my nails are giving me like summer vibes. This is giving me summer vibes. Like, just, I'm ready for it. I'm ready for summer. Well, spring and summer. Just give it to me. So please thumbs this video up if you liked it. Please share it. Please subscribe if you haven't already. I don't know what all of this was. I'm just really excited and just feeling the sunshine, even though I don't tan. I'm just feeling the warmth of the sun right now and wanting it. And even though it's snowing outside, I want the snow to stop. But that does it for this video. So until next time, good night, good morning, wherever you are. I love you guys so much, and I will talk to you later. Bye, guys.